screaming like ah. All right, guys, welcome back to the channel. Dean, Mike. We've been doing some Seattle bands since we started this channel. We kicked it off with some Chris Cornell tribute stuff that we were doing initially, and spun off of that and did of course we did Audioslave. We've done Melvins. We've done a band called Deep Sea Diver, and then we just recently dived into some Nirvana. So we're gonna keep going here with some Seattle bands. This is a newer band. I'm not sure how far back they go.
Looked like it said 2013.
2013?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, that was released October 2013. It's Alive, the album.
All right, so let's go ahead and just jump right in. This is Sure Spring. It's definitely got that.
Nice. I like it. It's got some cool elements to it.
It's
I like
the
that
thing.
surf vibe, and then busting out with trumpets. That's cool. Nice little stop right there.
It kind of has that Baja sound to me, which is still like the coastal. It's
Yeah.
got just that Baja sound. I initially thought of right away was like Quentin Tarantino.
Right. Yeah.
That's why I was like, man, I could see like this being in one of his movies.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely.
Let's go ahead. I think they're going into like a little guitar solo here too, which was sounding pretty cool. Let me pull it back a little bit, and we'll pick it back up.
Okay.
Huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
That was cool, man. I like that it was like short, but simple and just got it's just a quick song.
Yeah. And they packed a lot into it.
Hell yeah. I liked it kind of gave me that Deep Sea Diver vibe, like when we were listening to it, I was like, this and Deep Sea Diver, they're two bands out of the same area, and they kind of have that similar vibe. It's psychedelic.
Right.
It's got that psychedelic undertone. above
Right.
its like inspired genre. I
Yeah.
loved that organ solo. That was like it was like the Doors. It reminded me of like the Doors.
Yeah. Yeah. That's pretty cool. For the chorus, only mine. When you were mine, I didn't have the time. When you were mine, now I kind of want to die, and that's the truest way to know that I'm alive.
Yeah, so this
I
is
like
like
that last
heartbreak.
line too. Yeah, I like that last line, and that's the truest way to know that I'm alive. But I mean, opening up, but one thing I found as I've moved around from town to town, it's so hard to get my blood to settle down. As true as spring, or no, as sure as spring coats our little piece of land in green, the turning earth takes all of what it brings.
I like the poetry there.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's it, pretty much. There's just one verse, and then the rest is choruses. Um, Except the two choruses change, from because the beginning of the first chorus is when you were mine, I didn't have the time. Then the
Yeah.
second chorus it says when you were mine, I never had the time.
So you don't know what you got until it's gone, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That's a very common feeling that we probably have all shared.
yeah. Oh yeah,
Uh, yeah, that's interesting. I kind of want to die, she says. And that's the
yeah. That
truest
and
way to
and
know that
then
I'm alive.
that's incredible. Organ type deal. That's fucking cool, dude. Nice elements. I mean, but it pulls out like a real nostalgic sound. You
Yeah, and
know.
I think there's only like four women in this band.
Oh, okay.
So that's they're making a lot of noise
Yeah,
for four females, you know?
yeah. That's they must have some other like other. No, well, you could record it that way. Everybody could just record their parts, but I mean,
That's true. And I don't know how
yeah,
much is being it sounds like maybe there's a keyboardist that's maybe doing a lot of those sounds, maybe. I don't know if that's
right.
all being done on keys.
You got what? You got drums, guitar, bass, and then either one of those people could be singing at the same time. You know,
Yeah.
so and then another one which is the keyboardist slash trumpet player, maybe saxophone. Who knows? I don't know. But they're talented. I like them, man. I didn't know Seattle was pumping out these kind of tunes.
I didn't either. I mean, I think I've always known that they've always had this underground indie scene of music that's always been like alive, but
Yeah,
it just never has reached the pinnacle like it did in the 90s. Um,
I really like what they're graduating into.
yeah. Yeah, I think it's definitely evolved into a much more mature, clever. I like the psychedelic influence that we've heard so far with
Yeah,
Deep Sea Diver and this band, La Luz. So,
they're pretty cool, man. I would like to pull up some more of their music actually, because I mean, I love it when bands just have like a lot of different elements to to their pieces. It
yeah.
sounds really great.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Hell, let's just jump into the next track on here and see how it sounds.
Okay, what's the
Let's
name
do
of the
the
song?
song Strange World.
Strange World.
Yeah. This is a little bit longer of a track, but since we had a short one with Sure as Spring, maybe we could throw in a second one on here.
Yeah, go for it.
All right, all right. So this song came out on the uh I think this is their newest album. This one came out this year.
Okay,
So it must be one of the top listens right now.
I'm
It's
excited. I
called
wonder what it's gonna sound like.
Yeah, yeah, it's a little bit longer. So let's check. It's called Strange World. There we go. The drum.
Uh-huh.
think so far?
Nice. Yeah. Real kickback, dude.
Yeah, it's got a good
Yeah,
vibe.
the
A little bit
beginning,
slower than the last one, isn't it?
yeah. The beginning part almost you had like a fucking 007 thing going on for me in my
Ah,
head,
yeah.
you know.
Yep. No,
And then
that's
it
on
went into
point, man.
this, and that's cool. Hell yeah.
That's
Yeah, I like
cool.
it.
Yeah,
That's
I definitely noticed this one's probably much more psychedelic. It's a little more upbeat, less of the surf, and
right.
more psychedelic this time around, I think.
Yeah. Seems to be the trend in a way from out there, you know.
Yeah,
They're letting the music become what it is, and that's fucking cool, dude.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man. I'm digging this too. This is initially I was kind of like, okay, this is gonna be a slow one. I kind of like the guitar solo that I got from Shira Spring, but this one, is a little bit, I think, more spacey. It's just a little bit more of it's a more of a mood vibe type song.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm digging I can see the artwork of the album here, and it's pretty
Uh-huh.
cool. It's the album called News of the Universe, and it's just the album has a psychedelic nature to it as well, the artwork.
Oh, nice.
Are you I don't have the lyrics though for this one on Spotify. Do you have the
Oh, I
lyrics?
do. Yeah. The first verse says, "Look alive in the strange world, naturalize in the strange world, frozen head in the strange world, infinite in the strange world. We'll be fine. Just take your time, whichever way you go." Then the next line is, "Waking up in the strange world, Mr. Clean in the strange world, glistening in the strange world, where to be in the strange world. We'll be fine. Just take your time, whichever way you will be fine. Just take your time, whichever way you go." And then it repeats like again, "We'll be fine. Just take your time, whichever way. We'll be fine. Just take your time, whichever way you go." Um, yeah, that's pretty much it for all the lyrics. And then we're about to hit the go 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 goes in a few seconds. But I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, look alive, naturalize in the strange world, frozen head, and so I mean, it's basically acclimating to, you know, um, a strange world, and that's where we are now. I mean,
Culture is an interesting thing, and I feel like we don't really ever take a moment to step back and just kind of look at different cultures and go like, why? It's interesting that that culture does what it does, and why this culture does what it does.
right?
When we're all still living in the same, we're still on the same planet, we're still living in the same galaxy, yet
Yeah,
we're sort of navigating in different ways.
right, right, exactly.
Okay, well let's keep it going. Maybe we'll get a little bit more out of this song and see where it takes us. Yeah, that was cool, man. That was pretty cool.
It's got like a jungle feel at the end, like world's getting to be all crazy jungle and shit,
Yeah, but what's interesting is I heard her saying "Take your time,"
Yeah.
and we just got through saying right that this song kind of takes its time,
Right. Yeah. That's a long build at the end. That's pretty cool.
right? Yeah, there was a lot of play with instrumentation in that song, and I liked that, which the last song did too. I liked that. Like the last song also took its time with the instrumentation. This one had a different vibe though. It was just a little bit more, slower paced and slow burner, but it was still interesting for sure.
Yeah, these guys are very talented. I
Yeah.
like I like what they bring to the music. That's pretty cool, man. Especially when we did two songs in a row, like from one to the next. It's like you can see the difference between both.
Yeah, you can kind of see the evolution.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
song
These are
started
two
off with
different
drums, didn't it?
these are from two different albums, right?
Yep, two different albums. Like kind of this was like the we listened to a song off the first record, and then this is one off the most recent.
Oh wow. So that's like from 2013 to 2024.
Yeah,
That's a big spread.
it is, and it doesn't really sound that way. Not entirely. Like I said, the surf
No.
thing has kind of gone away, but for the most part, that psychedelic undertone maybe more prominent in this one.
Yeah. So that's good. I like the way they stuck with the program, I mean with
Yeah,
their own feel.
yeah, definitely.
You have like a little bit of you know, like with the drums, there's that still like you can feel like a little punk vibe a little bit coming out in different parts, but there's so many added elements now with like world. It's got like world sounding stuff to it. Plus, you got the keyboard stuff. It just sounds like like old school keyboard action, right? That's pretty cool.
It's a cool blend, and I think I think you pointed out too that there's a lot of bands right now that are kind of like melding genres. They're sort of like genre bending and genre blending and
Yeah,
kind of
yeah,
doing that whole thing, and you get something really interesting when you do that.
yeah.
Like somebody in the band could come with like their surf punk influence, and then another band member comes in with their like psychedelic 60s Jimi Hendrix
Right.
and Doors influence, and you put that together and you get this interesting combo.
It's kind of like back when I was telling you how I had mentioned to some of my band members in the early 90s. I had mentioned to them, I said, hey man, we should take fucking um metal and mix it with bluegrass. And they
Uh-huh.
were just like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? But
It seems
I mean,
like ridiculous. It seems like it would never go well. But you know what? That's sometimes somebody's like saying right now, I wish that they would fucking do that
yeah, yeah,
because
because I,
nobody's
I
doing
think it
it.
would I think it would go over well. And I've
Oh
actually
yeah.
heard I've actually heard different bands do that kind of a sound,
Yeah.
and it sounds fucking cool because I mean the two the tempos, they work together. They can work together, and
Because it's fast.
yeah, because it's fast. And you throw in some really cool stops in there, and it just makes it like that's whoa, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I hear it in my head. And I heard it way back fucking in the early 90s and shit. And so now it's out, which is cool. I wish we would have done that shit, but
Yeah.
it, you know,
That's
that's how
why
it is when you're in
we
a
gotta
band,
always we gotta act on our ideas,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
what we're doing right now with this channel. So,
that's right.
that's
That's
what we're
right.
doing. So,
Really glad we had a chance to check out. How do you say their name? La Luge?
La Luz.
La Luge. Is
Yeah.
that huh?
I so
I remember
obviously
hearing that word luge before in a movie. I think it was a Hot Tub Time Machine or something like that, where they poured beer down this ramp, this ice ramp, and then the guy had to drink it as it's shooting down the ramp and into their mouth, and they called it the luge. So I don't even know if
I
that's
don't
the
think
same.
I don't think this is said like luge though. This might be said like lose, like loser.
Oh, really?
I think so.
Oh, okay, okay.
That might be a whole different word.
Well,
That's
if it goes down the wrong hole, fucking that's go up your
I,
nose or something.
I honestly don't know what it means though.
I guess so at some point we'll have to go down that rabbit hole.
Let us know your thoughts, guys. What do you guys think of this song? Give us some other suggestions, maybe something from Seattle that's like more modern, that's kind of like along the same scheme as these bands, and we'll react to it. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Send Dean a message, let him know how great he is. All right, guys. Peace out.